Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video. So I'm going to be showing you all of the Thailand cards I have at this point in comparison to the Chinese counterparts. Now I have done all these in the past, but but of course I don't have all the Thailand ones. The last one I did was Ryan and Thai Lady, who will be showing in this video today. So if you guys enjoyed this episode or video, please don't forget to drop a like. Let's see if we can try and get high score. So the first card shown is Major, so let's get started. Oh, just drop something. So he is extremely different from the Chinese version here. I can focus in. If we can focus in, thank you camera. Please. Yes. It's making me as a brown car. There we go, that's better. You can see the hood's drowned out a bit, as you can see right there. Expression is different. Headlights painted. The rims are obviously different. Tomy and salvage radius springs. Got the lights. That is A113 license plate. I can get in there. The lights are painted in the back. Towing cables are slightly different. Let's see, this is different. Where is it different? Where is it? Oh, it's in the back there. So you see that square? That is not present on the Chinese version. And then looking at the bases. China's on the left, China's on the right, Thailand's on the left. You can see the date stamps L45A, produced in the 45th week of 2018. Versus the China date stamp, which are much harder to read. So that's it for Meta. Now moving on to the next car. Up next is Tumbleweed Lightning McQueen. Now, this is based on the cars from McQueen, as you can tell. And you can see, if we can focus in, you can see the contingency sponsors are very grainy. Whoa, where are you going there, pal? Versus China. Obviously the decals, everything is pretty much the same. I think it's getting a bit funky. You see, Piston Cup Productions talked about this in his China vs. Thailand review of Tumbleweed McQueen. Ew, it's chipped. Get that reference. The rims are a little different. The rookie stripes way better than the Thailand versions than and way better than the Chinese one. The Tumbleweed, which looks like broccoli. Disney Docker, wherever is this. It is a different colour. It's going on where the lighting is. It's getting strange. Looks more like broccoli in the Thailand version. Looks like mushy peas or something on China. L45A, so same as Meta. Versus this. This is like the 2017 box series that I talked about in my room tour the other day. I think it was yesterday. Not sure when this will be uploaded. Bolts are a little different. It is different. It's not the Cars Dream Bolt like I have the Cars Dream McQueen here. It looks similar, but it's different. So, stupid seagull. Whoa! Don't you think about doing that again. Cartoon Manist. You can see the eyes are a little different. Oh, and the way that the spoiler is different too. It's dipped out a bit. So that's it for him. Moving on now to the next one. Moving on now to Luigi and Guido. Double trouble here, you can see. Because we have two townies. We're going to start with Luigi. Now, as you can tell, his color's different. We can focus in, if we can focus in. on camera. There we go. You can see the colors different. The rim is no longer chrome. Makes sense. I mean, it's not going to be chrome all the time. You got the black hat. License plate 44.5-10.8, which are the coordinates of a Ferrari factory in Italy. The place where Gina is, if you got that reference. Now, their date stamps are a little different. Now, when we get to Guido, there's a little bit of a story to him. But Luigi was made in the 44th week of 2018 as well. Well, same thing with Guido. And the black outlines well defined. Moving on to Guido. Now, this Thailand Guido was reissued last year in a 2-pack with Sweet Tea. Disney Docker did a review of him. Eyes are a little grainy, as he pointed out. The fenders he didn't point out, because these are now plastic. Whereas before, they used to be metal, as you can see there. It's hard to tell, but it is metal. Got the silver lines now, very nice. There's a chip right there by China Guido. Now what's interesting to know is that he has a date stamp, Thailand Guido, whereas the one in the Sweet Tea pack doesn't even have one. So that's a little strange, because if you look at Nick Pitai here, he doesn't even have one. So yeah, it's a shame for Nick. Anyway, that's pretty much it for Guido. So the circles on the forks are a little defined. Actually, they were there before on the Chinese version. So a little bit strange in that regard. But with that being said though, let's get this one here. Now moving on to the next one. Up next, we have probably my least favorite Thailand made car. And that is Max Schnell. Now, I know Little Hockey pointed this out in one of his live streams, but like he was a different model. But in my perspective, I don't see that. You may see it a little differently, but me, nope, I don't see it at all. But the eyes are just so ugly in my opinion there. You can see that. It looks like he's got cataracts or something. Whereas it's nice and fresh though on the Chinese version. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same. But I never was a big fan of Max. Even the yellow is much faded. World Grand Prix texture looks a bit defined. Now, I know Pistica Productions' one was a little different. On the back, similar stuff. He's got painted windows, of course. And he was made in the 45th week, yeah, of 2018 as well. Versus that old days. Now, and the wheels are a bit thick on the Thailand one, whereas they're thinner on the Chinese one. But I just don't really like this release. Probably my least favorite Thailand car they made so far. Sorry. On to the next one. Moving on now to Dinoco Cruz Ramirez. Now I absolutely adore this Thailand version of Cruz, because they carried over the metallic blue rims from the Chinese ones. Some Thailand cars don't even do that. Like on Rusty's Racing Center McQueen, they don't do that. But look how gorgeous the rims look. Now obviously the eyes are a little different. Look at that, the camera's going funny for some reason. You can see. Yeah, just look how much better they look from Thailand compared to China. I mean, it is the metallic finish. Like, I know Disney Docket pointing this out, because the metallic finish on the cars are different than what they used to be. Where are you going there, Cruz? But anyway, you can see the awesome finish there in the metallic decals. One downside about Thailand Cruz is that she has become quite a bit of a peg warmer though, which is unfortunate. They even metallicized text on the spoiler a little bit, whereas they didn't do that before. The rookie stripe is a little hard to see versus China, which is probably my only complaint, but still very nice. You can see L45A is the date stamp. And yes, I did bring out the collector card that came with Cruise. This Cruise, actually. It came with this one. But it's mostly using the non-metallic decals Daigo Cruise, as you can see there. What's going on with the quality here today? I don't know. But, love this collector card. But not as much as I love the Thailand Daigo Cruise, though. But, yeah. That's pretty much it for the so-called peg warmer Daigo Cruise. On to the next Thailand variant. Next we have probably the biggest peg warmer ever in the entire world, Jackson Storm. But obviously he is made in Thailand now. So China, this one doesn't even like Jackson Storm either. But of course the eyes are now separate, which I'm not a big fan of now. You see that? You have the Igniter logo. If we can focus in. Man, this camera quality is getting weird. Maybe it likes China more, I guess. So do I. But doesn't matter. You have the S on the side there. There's contingency sponsors, which, oh my goodness, Thailand, what have you done? Look how much better they look from China compared to what we're seeing on Thailand. The rims, of course, as you can barely see, are different. You have the blue flares still. The Ignite logo is impossible to see on Thailand there, you can see. Whereas on silver, which I actually have here, you can see how much better it is. And we'll compare that in a second, actually. There's another variation of Jackson Storm. There is the back. Of course, I am missing Steel Blue Jackson Storm, though. And again, he was made in the 45th week of the year as well. Now, I also have here this other Jackson Storm here. The silver version, which is also made in Thailand as well. But it was made a lot later than the just regular version here. If I can focus in. Focus. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. There we go, that's better. But yeah. But the only thing about him is he doesn't have the rookie stripes. So, that's a little downside. But still, nice to have though. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice variation. Okay, on to the next Thailand-made car. Up next, we have the owner of the Rusty's Racing Center in Cars 3, Sterling. So let's get into it. Now, he doesn't look that different. But, obviously, the eyes are different. If we can focus. If we can focus in. Oh, God. Just hit the camera there. Sorry, guys. Get that hair off. There. I think it's off. Oh, no, it's still on. Just get that hair off. There we go. Has the rim is slightly different. See that little paint? Arrow on my Sterling. That's weird. Now his license plate obviously is really clever because it's a carified version. If I can focus, if this license plate can focus in on the license plate. There's a 1, 2. Fine. Fine, I see how it is, camera. Sorry about this, guys. I just need a new camera, probably. Yeah, I think that should be good. But it's Illinois, which is the state that, which is a carified version of the state that Disney Rocket lives in, which is Illinois. You can see those little things that kind of stick out there on the Thailand version there. Because the windows are transparent. You can see they even made it the 44th week. I always like those X's. They're on Sterling there. Oh my god, my arm. You guys heard it, I'm sorry. And the mouse is better quality too. Whoa. Anyway, and the finishes, by the way, a lot different. Okay, that's it for Sterling, and on to the next car, the next Thailand variant. Up next, we have Rusty's Racing Center Lightning McQueen. Now, I really love this Thailand variant because of the way how they did the finish. Now, as I said, the finishes, I should say, are different from China. I mean, you can kind of see it like in the regular version. Besides that, it's not really like that. The eyes, though, I'm not a big fan of because they look so dark. Otherwise, everything else looks really, really good. The only thing I don't like about the Chinese cars is that, hey, look how which bad that looks. Right there. I mean, that's how clean that looks. Also, the rims are not metallic anymore, which is sad. You know, they did that to Ryan and Silene, which I'll show in a sec. Whoa! Sorry about that, guys. Rusty's there too. And in the back, Rusty's 95 there. Love it. On the base, if I can find it, M11A. These are the date stamp. Versus the older date stamps. But I still do love the expression though. The nice determined expression. Oh, what's going on with the camera quality today? I mean, acting all over the place. You guys heard that. It's thundering and lightning right now. It was why I did Sterling. It was nice and bright. Anyway, I'll be right back with the next one. Up next is Carl Clutchen, the infamous car that was only released in Europe until, of course, in last year, one of last year's cases, where he was reissued from Thailand. So this is released, of course, the Chinese release that was only released in Europe. Who was the Easy Racer? Now, of course, the reason why they changed from 51, that was the original Easy numbers, because of course Dago Cruz got to be 51 because of Doc. Of course, passed away. Of course, they are a little different. Oh my God, what is with this quality today? It used to be all brighter. There we go. But the tires are a little different. I see it there. The blueprint is a little different. Down at the back there. And where my dog. Very nicely done though. I mean, very nice Tyler Vera though. I did chip it though. You can tell. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Up next is Chuck Armstrong, the Cars 1 Moose Rings racer. Now, I'm not too happy when they did this. I mean, they named Chuck Armstrong the Cars 3 Moose Rings racer, which was done through all of it. I mean, really, Mattel. I mean, why did you let that slip up? Still, though, it's a nice Thailand beer, but we did get Chuck's artwork. That was a good thing. He was sitting with David Apex. But one difference, as you can see there, is the mouth is not painted. Never seen that. I mean, from Thailand, the eyes, excuse me, are a little different. The logos are a little different. And still, it's McQueen. The decals, excuse me, are a little grainy. As you can see there. Definitely much better on China. The window tint is different. Instead of being black, it's gray, which is interesting. You got the rim still. And on the back there, a little different. So that's pretty much it. And now moving on to the next Thailand vs China thing. Up next is Miguel Camino, the Spanish racer in the World Grand Prix. Now, as you can see, they really took a hit with this one. I mean, as you can see, he is a unibody now, but I'm pretty sure there is a Miguel Camino. Yeah, actually there is a Miguel Camino like this, but without this segmented eye plate, and it is a unibody from China. But this is the only kind of form of Miguel Camino that I have. Whoa! Sorry about that. You can see a couple differences in the Spanish logo and everything. Now this I did get from China, so it is a little beat up. So then going out this Thailand version here. Now always Miguel Camino has the black spoiler and painted windows. But Mattel's never got that right, unfortunately. The only place they have got it right, kind of, is on the neon version. And a little bit on the carbon version too as well. But once again the decals are a little grainy. What the? Get the side view mirrors there. I mean, yeah, red is good, but not as good as black because it breaks up the flow. This one was MO5, I forgot to mention my boots because he was M10, I believe. I think it was. Anyway, that's it for Miguel. Reservist probably has a chip. Yeah, he's pretty beat up. So that's pretty much it for Miguel. Now let's move on to the next one. Up next is Fabulous Lightning McQueen, my favorite all-time Lightning McQueen. Now I know this Thailand version would be up there, but I don't know why. I just like Rusty's racing instead of McQueen from Thailand more. But you can see in the expression it's a little different. We can focus it. Whoa! Sorry about that, guys. There were some kids playing out there. Sorry about this. I think it was next door's neighbors. You can see the rims are slightly different. A little bit. Whoa! Sorry about that. It was just next door. My friend from. Sorry about that, guys. I just had a little bit of a issue there, but anyway. If this camera angle can focus. Focus. Speed. I'm speed. But this camera thing. I don't want to do that. Well, this camera angle is getting bad to begin with. Come on, camera angle. You gotta do this. There we go. That's better. 4 door cuts. I like that. This one was made in the MO4 race, so 4th week of 2019. That's pretty much it for McQueen. And yeah, so now moving on to the next one. Up next is Greg Candyman, my favorite Cars 1 racer. Now again, I know this would be my favorite Thailand variant too. It just doesn't really suit up to me that well. I mean, the expression is the same between China and Thailand. If we can focus in, please, camera. Please? Please? Need to fix it. Sorry about this, guys. Stop. Oh, this camera angle. There we go. That's better. Anyway, but it is the same. Whereas Disney Donkey pointed out that they are kind of different, especially with Claude Scruggs. I mean, this expression was way different. James cleaner a little bit. Greg, not one bit. Now, this China Greg is the plastic time, right, flat-eyed version from 2015, also from 2018 as well. God, sorry. Sorry about the noise. It's just really like whatever. You can see ammo 5A for the dates now, and the wheels are slightly tucked in, whereas they're laid down on China there. Decals are a little grainy though, for sure. Ready for this? The high rim in VR motor. I love that. Whoa! Wish this Thailand variant was a little bit grainy, or not grainy, but a little better than the China one. But if the expression was better, then it would be my favorite. Now moving on to the next one then. Up next we have Dark Hunter Destroyer from the 1950s, or crew chief I should say, from the 1950s. Smokey. Now, I know it is a little different, but sorry about that, but you can see that it doesn't look that much different. I mean, the eyes are a little grainy for sure. So here are both of the versions. You see the full emblem there. Rims are completely different, you can see that. Instead of being solid, China didn't have that. They now have that hole. Of course, Smokey's automotive service Thomasville. There it is on China there. The chrome isn't really chrome anymore. Used to be. A little bit different in the bed. And then the best dang garage in town slogan there. BSTGRG, and that text above it is supposed to say 1946 Penna. But it doesn't say that. Now I have another version of Smokey from China. And it is the shorter version that was released on May 1st, a couple of years ago. So here we have all three of the versions. You can see that, how it went. Of course, this version is not bad, but of course it does have the side view mirror, which makes it inaccurate. But they referred to this one, and now he's from Thailand. He's now in the Florida 500 series this year, before he was in the Codapin series. So that's pretty much it for Smokey. Oh my god, I feel like I just said a swear word there. But anyway, moving on to the next one, which is coincidentally the heyday version of Smokey. So, we just went over this one, and now we're moving on to this one. So, a little bit of deja vu in that regard, but this one's a little bit different, unlike the regular version. Eyes are a little different. You can kind of see, whoa. You can kind of see in the eyes there. Rims are a little different. A little bit different than that. Actually, let's zoom out. Let's zoom out so we can kind of get a better perspective there. A little bit different. We can focus in, please, camera. Now the license plates are a little different. It's a little hard to see on Thailand there, but it does say 1946 Pennsylvania. Kind of play on Pennsylvania. And before, it's at the same thing as the regular Smokey, 1946 Penna. L47A, so this was made in the 47th week of 2018. I forgot to mention about regular Smokey's date stamp, MO5A. And in comparison to the regular Smokey from Thailand, here you go. A little bit different. So now you can kind of do this with them. Sorry about the noise, it's just, I don't know what's going on today. There you go, look at that. Which pairing do you like more? Regular or Heyday? Anyway, moving on to the next one. Up next is Natalie Certain, the statistician from Cars 3. Now, she is different as well. But for some reason on mine, it's got a little bit of a wide axle, as you can see there. If we can focus. If we can focus in, there we go. You see, it's got a long axle to it. But that's not how it is on my other Natalie Certains. MO5A is her Nate stem. Her rims are different from what we're used to. Now this version from China is the one with the black outline. Yeah. On the back, license plate is K0131W, which is in reference to our actress, Kerry Washington. Now, similarly to Smoker, I have another Natalie Certain here. And that is the version without the black outline from China. This is the one from Thailand. And I also just want to show Chick Hicks here because they did the movie together. So that's pretty much it for them. Oh, that's probably a long axle anyway. Moving on now to the next one. Up next is Lightning McQueen's love interest from Cars 3, Sally. Now, as you all know, this is the inaccurate model for Sally. She should be much thinner than this, so yeah. But this Thailand version, I have to say, is a lot worse than the China version there. If we can focus, her eyes just don't look too good. Versus China's eyes there. Her rims are again different. She should have the yellow light there. But it's only from the new model though. 301 PCE, her license plate. Carrera. Not that much different, to be honest, as you can tell. Now for some reason they put the coning there on this side. Whereas they usually do it there, like for example with the Queen here. They put it on this side. That's so weird. But anyways, our date stamp is MO4A. I mean, I never was really a big fan of the expression though for the inaccurate Sally. Just for the new one. I'm sure a lot of people do too. Especially myself. Anyway, moving on now to the next one. Up next is Shu Todoroki, the Japanese racer in the World Grand Prix. Now again, he's not that different, but still I have to do this to make this interesting. Alright, his eyes again, sorry. We can focus, there we go. I mean, they're a little different, but besides that, not at all. Again, the rims are different. It's so weird how they're making the rims different on all the Thailand cars. I mean, they're a lot different. These two almost look identical to each other, but you know they're not. Oh, Grand Prix. Now, as you all know, there was supposed to be a Shu Todoroki with flames released. Whoa. But it was, of course, cancelled, of course, due to Cars 3. Those don't look like exhaust fans on the back there. These do, though. You got the tail lights, the circles look a lot more defined on the Thailand version than they do on the China version. And the dragon, which I always loved about Shu. And this one is MO3A. Anyways, that's it for Shu. I mean, with all these cars, I mean, they're not that different. Anyway, on to the next one. Up next is Rusty's Cruise. Now, this Thailand version here was reissued in a 2-pack last year actually. With the bumper save racing tractor. It is a little different though, but on Thailand standards, they don't. The river still ain't the biggest there. Instead of being vibrant, which is what she always had. Because they're meant to be like McQueens there, as you can see right there. They just look too pink, kind of. You still got the awesome decals though. Cruise 95, Rusty's. The spoiler from Danica Cruise. And here's a difference. Instead of just going all the way there on the China version, it's cut short there. The CRS, that one was much more defined there. And then you can see the date stamp there, but you can kind of see L4045A. So, same with the other ones, as I just showed. So not bad, but still. Certainly one that, didn't get re-released. Anyway, I hope to get the bumper safe tractor soon, though. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Moving on now to the heavy boss himself, Fillmore. I really like this Thailand variant because the expression is much, much, much better than on the China version. If we can focus in, thank you, camera. It just looks too dull and tired. You get China. VW logo is a little bit more defined. And the stars. Yeah, 51237. Sorry, as license plate. Now he's a little crooked. I'm not sure you can see it there, but he looks a bit crooked on Thailand there, but just the way how it is. The decals look to be a little bit more, although they do look a bit grainy. Anyway, you can see a bunch of the stickers there. I try to feel what's going to chip right there, but it's not visible. Peace. You have Earth there too. Now that's interesting because this one's M39A. This is, what's the date? So there it is. This is that one. So this was made in the 39th week of 2019. Now I also have here the Mini Racer Fillmore. And that one's utilizing the same expression as the Thailand one. We focus. Look at this. That's how the license will run though. Anyways, that's it for Fillmore. Now moving on to the next one. Moving on now to the police officer himself, Sheriff. Now again, he's not that different, but there are a couple differences that you can spot right off the bat with a Sheriff. Like the bumper. You can kind of see there, it's much chrome. Expression's a little different. The tires are a little different from what we used to. Sheriff badge there. Radio springs out. That decal's so clear. Now, I don't know what happened with my license plate there on the China Sheriff there, you can see. And my nasty chip on the headlight there. But, well, I display them like this, so it doesn't really matter. Mercury there. Now, it's interesting on the fan favorite Sheriff, it doesn't have that, so that's weird. And they missed those little taillights back here. You have Sheriff, but it does say 001 the license plate. Here's the other side. M48, so 40th week of 2019. That's pretty much it for Sheriff, so not bad though, but anyway. Moving on to the next car then. Up next, we have kind of a big peg warmer himself, and that's Lightning McQueen with racing wheels, aka World Grand Prix McQueen, or WGP McQueen. Now, he's not that bad coming from Thailand, though. I know that Pistica Productions did a China vs. Thailand video on him. He also did the same thing with Tumbleweed McQueen, and RRC McQueen as well. He did the same thing with him, or them, I should say. You see the teeth there. I still look too bad coming from Thailand. Rims are slightly different again. You have the Got the flames. Grand Prix on the spoiler. Got the Lightning McQueen signature, you can kind of see it. Window bars. Roof flaps there, you can see. They won Grand Prix powered by all in all. Right there. Let's see what this every is. M39A. My bad. Now, what do you guys let me know in the comments? Which Thailand Lightning McQueen is your favorite? Do we have Tumbleweed McQueen, RRC Lightning McQueen, Fabulous Lightning McQueen, or War Grand Prix McQueen? My favorite, Rusty's Racing Silver McQueen, because I love the shine to it. Anyways, that's it for the Grand Prix McQueen. We only have 3 left, so let's move on straight on to the next. Moving on to the World Grand Prix racer representing Italy, Francesco Bonelli. Now, before we go into it, I have some big breaking news. Francesco Bonelli will be the first World Grand Prix racer that will be made as a mini racer. How exciting is that? Let me know how I hype you up for that in the comments, because I know I am for sure. Anyway, again, the mouth is not painted on Thailand, but again, it's Thailandness. Now, the rims are again different. They don't look that different, but you guys know. Number 1 there. Now, that decal is so clear. The one front is a bit bolder. Maybe it's just because it's on plastic. But we're pretty. Now, another big difference is that these little things there, near the spoiler, sorry about that, they're green now, especially like these 2 parts there. They used to be black, now they're green. Now both are using the black base version. You can see M40 there again. Whereas previously, back in 2011, they made Francesco. Francesco had a white base, so when they updated him into a black base, and now he's from Thailand now. Anyway, moving on to the next Thailand variation. Moving on to the French racer in the World Grand Prix, Raoul Sarroul. So, yeah, I do like this Thailand variant quite a bit, because they made him a unibody, because as you know, Mattel tended to release Raoul Sarroul with this mouth plate. You can see the crack, if I can focus in, yeah, you can see the crack there that separates the main metal body. So now Thailand upgraded into a unibody now. Eyes don't look too bad. Rims are a lot more chrome. GRC there on the sides, also on the hood. Now I believe Raoul was meant to have painted windows too with a black grille, but I think Mattel never corrected him either. And then World Grand Prix even pop out on the French flag, and then number 6. A little bit clearer there. An M40 there again. Don't have any other versions of Raoul to compare him to. That's it for Raoul. And now moving on to the last one, which is the next generation blinker racer from Cars 3, Ryan Inside Lady. Now, yeah, I really like his Thailand variant too. It's one of my favorites. They made the eyes a little bit different, as you can see there. Of course, Blinker's a brand new sponsor from Cars 3, never in Cars 1. I even don't have Speedy Comet yet, so it's strange. But you can kind of see the sponsors there are a little grainy. Compared to how the camera doesn't want to focus. No, it's not want to focus either, but... Come on, camera! There we go. So you can see there. Rims are no longer metallic, they're now this blue. strange. The spoiler is the biggest difference, because it has some orange trim to it. Now the thing about this Thailand variant is because it has window mods. Now there is a Chinese right inside later like this with the window mods, but I don't have that yet. On the back, the rookie stripes pop out on the Thailand version, and they do on the China one. And the base is there as well with M40 as the date stamp. M40 as the date stamp. Also, there's no longer blue on the bottom there. So, that will pretty much wrap up my comparison with, or showcase of all the Thailand cards that I have. My top 5 are definitely Darko Cruz, Meta, Rusty's Racing Son of a Queen, Fillmore, and Raul Saru. So, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, and I will see you guys all next time.